I can't wait for one of the fans to click into the video and be like, I can't wait for them to talk about Rebels and stuff. And they click in, they're like, what the hell? Why are they talking about anime?
Rebels is over. It ceases to exist. We left it. Kanan's alive, believe it or not. He's not dead.
Oh, I was just going to talk about Bad Batch.
Bad Batch? I think it's okay.
But honestly, if they don't get season 3 correctly, they may have to fire Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh my God.
They might have to just take her out. It's nothing personal, even though it's literally just my own opinion.
The Jedi Knights are all but destroyed, and yet your task is not complete, Inquisitor. The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to the Podwans Podcast. After a long time, I'm your host, Char with, of course, Jedi Master Eggs and Hereth. We're going to be just running down every single thing, especially Ahsoka, ever since the strikes ended. And we're going to catch you up on a bunch of different things that have been going on over this half year of a hiatus. So let's dive into a little bit of a conversation. First of all, we all miss you guys. It's been quite the dry spell.
It's good to be back with you guys. It was fun. It was nice to have that break for a while. A lot of things have happened. I'm starting the process of getting stuff to pack. Alanis and I are engaged.
He cheated on me.
There was never a cheating if we were never together, so that's how that logic works.
You did. We had an agreement and you broke it.
No, what agreement? Did you make it while I was drunk? Because that's the only way that would work.
Hey, you made a lot of bets when we were playing Survivor together, let me tell you.
None of that made any sense whatsoever. Anyway, what have you guys been up to? Char, catching up on some Naruto and shit like that?
Well, I have been on a little bit of an anime craze as of lately. So back in July, first anime that I watched was Code Geass: The Lucha of the Rebellion. That was good. I really like that. It has a very Star Wars vibe to it with a bunch of it's a tyrannical empire. Or it's an empire taking over Japan, and then the people are fighting against it. There's a bunch of coup d'etats, and it's crazy. It's super interesting. Heavily recommend you go check that out. Code Geass: The Lucha of the Rebellion. Now I'm about to finish Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is fucking incredible. Let me tell you this right now. Attack on Titan blew me away, because at first you think like, oh wow, there's a bunch of just giant, humanoid creatures eating these people. But the more you watch it, you're like, wait, this all makes sense about why they're doing this and what's happening. So yeah, I've been on quite the anime craze.
That's legit. I've never gotten an Attack on Titan.
You have to watch it, dude. It's so good. The one thing that I would recommend you doing, do not get too attached, because at any given moment, your favorite character can just drop like a fly.
That's an interesting concept in an anime because it's not really used all that much.
Well, it's good because as where I'm at in the show, my favorite character has not died yet.
Oh, well, you just jinxed that.
You have no idea what my favorite character is.
Well, I don't care who your favorite character is. She's probably going to die now. Kind of like how I was adamant that Ezra was going to die.
Yeah, So I wanted to make a bet with Luke because he was so certain that Ezra was going to die at the end of Ahsoka, which that would be such a gut punch to people. And if they did that, that would have been an amazing uproar. I would have bet him a autographed Lars Mikkelsen Thrawn card that I actually got graded. It's right over here.
And the funny thing is Char and I were so adamant on the bet, and we should have honestly took it, but you wouldn't go for it.
No, my thing is that what do I have in value?
If Ezra died, he would have gotten this card. 6 out of 10 on card Lars Mikkelsen. I pulled this in a live stream way back, but I got it graded, so therefore the card can't be tampered with. It's certified. That means the value is going to maintain. Yeah, that's the slab right there. He could have won that if he put a bet on with me.
Well, I didn't because, again, I don't have anything of equal value. I mean, I could have given you the Obi-Wan Darth Vader helmet, but that would have absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah, this card right here graded. This is like a $300 piece of cardboard.
I can't believe you pulled that. That's wild.
And I wanted this graded immediately because this was before Lars Mikkelsen was casted.
And Lars was really good. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But, Hereth, what have you been up to?
Honestly, not really much. I've kind of ventured out of Star Wars a little bit more. I've done, more Marvel comics and that kind of stuff.
There you go.
And obviously been, playing a lot of Spider-Man 2 when that came out.
Okay. So what's the vibe?
General thoughts, honestly, Luke's gonna absolutely murder me for saying this, but
the actor who plays Peter is not very good. Is that what you're gonna say?
No. I'm going to say, for a superhero game, honestly, better than Arkham City.
He's better. I don't know. That game's really good.
Luke, I haven't played any of the Arkham games.
You haven't played any of them?
No.
Dude, you need to.
I've seen gameplay. The controller was never my hand.
But really, it's that good because Arkham City and Arkham Asylum were really, really good games.
Obviously, Insomniac's writing has always been great. They always know how to like just focus on the characters and like make everything around the gameplay just work to serve the story. And watching Harry, I mean, I'm assuming you don't care about spoilers, right?
No, not really.
I've played the game, so I'm scat free. Spoilers for Spider-Man 2. So how Harry gets the symbiote, so at the very beginning of the game, you see that Norman wants to help him, but the way that he helps him, he entraps him in like this back-to-tank looking thing, and he basically, the symbiote is forced onto him, and everyone's like, wait, how are you recovering like this? He's like, oh, I feel fine. He doesn't need a cane anymore because he was walking with a cane. Doesn't need it anymore. He's walking perfectly fine. And then there was an incident at the Coney Island amusement park where a bunch of Kraven's forces were taking over and shit was happening, and then and then all of a sudden Harry's symbiote just comes out. We're like, and then Peter's like, whoa, what is this? And then after he's like, cool, we're both superheroes, I guess.
And then you slowly see like Peter and Harry starting to become like a very good duo because at this point Miles Morales is already Spider-Man in this universe, which is one of the coolest things about it. So Miles starts becoming more distant from Peter because Peter's starting to get closer with Harry and starting to rekindle now that he's a superhero. And it kind of pushes Miles more away. Watching Peter almost get killed and then having Harry transfer the symbiote to him, and then watching Peter like slowly start losing himself like a drug addiction and just pushing away everyone and telling MJ like she's not the hero I am, and telling Harry to pop more pills as he's like slowly dying from cancer was like nuts. Watching Miles get kidnapped by Kraven and having to face Martin Lee, the person that killed his father, and having this like intense mind battle and is like in like Martin Lee's like domain was just nuts. And then having Miles redeem Martin Lee by throwing him out of the arena and having him go get Peter, and then having Peter go full on like Venom mode and like start strangling Kraven and almost killing him, and then having that culminate into a boss fight between Miles versus Peter, and you control Miles as you push him to take off the symbiote, but only Peter through himself is allowed to do it, not Miles ripping it off. It's kind of like a metaphor for drug addiction, and I thought that was beautiful. And then having the whole like Peter moment with Miles being like, Spider-Man didn't save me back there, Miles did. And then having Peter return the symbiote and then it go to Harry, and then having a full-on symbiote invasion, and then having Harry to go into a coma and have Miles just resuscitate him.
And then MJ got the symbiote too, became Scream.
That game was absolutely nuts.
Wow, that's a lot. Not even gonna lie, did not comprehend any of that.
Look, have you seen like the Maguire Spider-Man films?
That's what I was kind of putting together. Like that's what happens to Harry in the third movie, right?
No, Harry in the third movie becomes
the new Goblin.
Dude, Goblin. Yeah.
But in this game, he becomes Venom.
Venom. Okay, got it.
It's not Eddie Brock.
He's Venom because
okay. So is Eddie Brock the original? Like going, I guess this should be like a real question. Like going back, is it Eddie Brock who is the original Venom from like his first appearance in comics?
In issue 300 or 299, technically, yes, it's Eddie Brock.
So Venom's been kind of it's not one of the first iterations.
No, Venom has been a character since the 90s. Like he came around the same time as Bane in the Batman comic. That era of comics.
Yeah.
But here, the one thing that I was curious about was that because Harry had the symbiote before, and it was a lot more controlled because he had like his outfit on, and he was able to control the symbiote with attack movements and everything. But then when he got it back, was it because since it was on Spider-Man and it had like
yes? So for the way Harry looks when he first gets the symbiote, they pulled a lot from the Agent Venom era of comics, which was in the comics, at least, when Flash Thompson got the symbiote, he was in the army at that point. He got his legs blown off in war, so they gave him the symbiote to save his life, and he looked like a soldier. So they kind of took that like design and gave it to Harry to kind of show that the symbiote, what it looks like before Peter gets involved. So yes, that's why it looks the way it does. Because just like in the comics, when it goes to Harry after Peter gets rid of it, it takes the qualities of Spider-Man, because like it says, like I always kind of annihilate the symbiote's bond to Peter like a really jealous ex. It's like because the symbiote views Peter as like the perfect host, like the most ideal because of his power set, his brain, and like his kind of just screwed up life. It just kind of like goes to him, and it's like, oh, this is who I want. So when it goes back to Harry, Harry's already pissed off at Peter for basically almost killing him because remember, he has, it's not cancer, it's like, I forget what the disease is called in the Insomniac games, but his mother died from the same disease, essentially. It's a genetic, and it's like a super rare disease. Harry's already pissed at Peter for almost killing him, and Peter taking advantage of it while being addicted to it. So it's like when they bond, that's why they become Venom, because Venom is now poison to Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Awesome. That sounds like fun. I eventually want to get it. Alanis was here over the week, and she was playing the fuck out of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Luke. I mean, we could have played Baldur's Gate together. I mean, OG Fortnite's back, so.
Oh, is that what you've been playing lately?
Oh yeah.
What's it like to drop in with the boys and go to Shandy Shades or
Shandy Shades,
yeah, it was something shady, whatever. I don't remember.
Shifty Shafts.
Yeah, that
I've been playing so much of that. My buddy and I, before we went live, we were playing. I won him and I won 3 duos games. It was crazy.
Again, I haven't played Fortnite forever, but like the last time I played with Jesse and the Pod One server, and I swear for the early levels they just drop you with bots. Like it's just too easy. Like I remember Fortnite being super hard in like 2017.
Oh, it is now. Yeah, they released a thing out on Twitter saying, yeah, there won't be any more bot lobbies. Because of the high volume of people that are playing this. When OG Fortnite came out, there was 5 million active players. When you logged in, you stayed in a queue for like 10 to 15 minutes just to start the game. That's how hectic the game was.
That's wild.
Like I've never been excited about a video game this much. Well, obviously GTA 6 is going to change things, but it's going to be a trailer coming next month.
Which okay, so I think the trailer is going to come out during the Game Awards.
You think?
You think?
Because they said early December, and the Game Awards on December 7th, so it would make sense to reveal that during that.
On the topic of GTA, like what's the lore? Does it like GTA 1 through 5? Do they all have like a cohesive story?
No, they're different stories.
So 1 through 3 is in one universe. They call it the 3D universe. 4 and 5 are in a separate universe called the HD universe, and 6 is going to be in the HG universe.
Yeah. Shit. Here we go again.
I never really got into GTA. I played the last one, but that was about it.
Yeah, I played GTA 4 a little bit when I was younger on the Xbox 360. That was fun. But man,
I remember that too.
The amount of hours and money and time that I've put into GTA 5. Oh my god, I couldn't even count how many hours I've put into that game. It was hilarious because I posted a meme on my Instagram story. It's like a picture of Thanos, and on the top it said GTA 5. Sorry, sir. You'll need a parent to get this game. And then GTA 6, and it just says cash your card, sir. Because back when GTA 5 came out, we were teenagers. Or when for me, crazy. I was 13.
You were 13. I was 11.
When that game come out?
2013.
What?
Yeah.
I was out of high school. Dude, what in the world? No bueno. That's not cool.
I think GTA 6 may be the most hyped video game of all time.
So, do you remember the rumors on that game? It was supposed to be like nation, like the map.
No.
To be like
so
that's not true.
There's leaks that came out, so this is gonna be like a Miami Vice kind of game.
I think it's gonna be also like GTA 5. I think it's gonna be all of Florida. I think it's gonna be Miami, Orlando, and then like maybe the hillbilly area,
Jacksonville,
like Tallahassee, Gainesville,
Jacksonville, Tallahassee,
Leesburg, and Ocala.
GTA 5 is like California and Las Vegas kind of. So I think it's gonna be all of Florida.
I think it'll mainly just be Miami.
This isn't a picture that I thought we needed, Hereth. When you do this, I will send you this picture. It's Lars Mikkelsen sitting back in a lawn chair with a fucking cigarette in his hand.
Okay, that's the number one thing I love about the strike being over. It's all the behind the scenes videos of like Shin smoking a cigarette while driving around,
and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. We'll get into it. Secret Invasions wasn't really all that great. I didn't finish it.
Thank God you didn't finish. Like, I don't really get negative, but I will for Secret Invasion.
Wow.
What was the
Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion.
Oh. No, my friend messaged me about Loki yesterday.
Oh,
Loki was
I have not finished. I haven't finished. I am on halfway through episode 5. I haven't seen the finale
Luke,
yet.
you need to finish the show. It's phenomenal.
So I stopped for a little bit. after like maybe episode 2, I was just like, okay, I'm not feeling this right now. I don't know why. Like I just again like the strike had kind of like put out the flame for like fandom for 6 months. And it was hard to come back and kind of just like when it was announced, I was like, holy shit, are we supposed to go back to normal? I don't even know what my normal. It was like the whole pandemic happened again. It's like I don't even know what my normal is anymore. I've been so used to not doing things. But like I picked it back up and it's been pretty good. It's like I'm a little confused from here or there, but I get the main story points. I get what they're trying to do. I wish the whole thing with Jonathan Major wouldn't have happened. Like cuz
Same.
the way he plays that character is like he's it's perfect. And the fact that they might have to push their timeline up for Doctor Doom. I did, and this is the problem is that you need to nail that casting because everybody and their mother loves Doctor Doom. And if they don't get it right, then what fan is really going to like I could see fans being like, "Oh, this is bullshit. I'm not going to go see it because Doctor Doom isn't Doctor Doom." And it's just like that for
'Cause
any other fandom.
my hot take with Doctor Doom is I think he's such a big character. He needs to be saved for the next saga. I think it should be Thanos, Kang, then Doom. Like I think that's a
I
perfect
agree.
kind of 1, 2, 3.
No, yeah, and I mean, you can always have Kane come back. You can always have shit. They're talking about some of the original Avengers coming back. Like, I don't know.
Also,
I don't really. I think Robert Downey Jr.'s. I think Tony Stark should remain dead because I feel like at the end of Endgame, his whole character arc is so perfectly well done because he starts as the hot-headed money boy, becomes kind of semi-responsible, becomes the leader of the team or co-leader of the team, then kind of loses himself. Him and Cap have a falling out. The team kind of breaks up. They come back together. He lets go of that after everybody's been destroyed. He comes back and he ends what he started. And to bring him back, it just wouldn't feel right.
There's no point
my
to bring him back.
my hot take is
Yeah.
if they're gonna bring back the original Avengers, they should recast them because it's the multiverse and just kind of lean into it. I don't think they should bring back the original casting unless they
No,
want to.
Which is
so we
essentially what they
want
did.
Tom
I mean,
Cruise.
with Ironheart and
No, I meant
Yeah.
like a new version of Tony Stark in Secret Wars, or a new
So
like in like multiversal versions of these
so
characters.
so you're saying that there's a chance we could get Tom Cruise as Tony Stark?
I wouldn't want it, but I'm
Interesting.
saying it's a possibility. Also, speaking of Secret Wars, okay, this is something I need to kind of get off my chest, and I've been thinking about for a
Just
while with
hope
all
that
the
there's
the
no
rumors and leaks
spoilers.
and stuff.
No spoilers for Loki,
I'm not
right?
going to spoilers. I'm just
Okay.
saying, kind of what this is more of just the general thoughts on the phases and kind of assuming where they're going. I'm hoping Secret Wars isn't a nostalgia fest and being like, look, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Look, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Like, I don't want it just to be like remember that the movie. Like, I want it to feel like the culmination of everything that they're doing right now, not being like, remember that movie from like 20 years ago?
That's a fair criticism to have because Marvel has had times where they lean into those cameos and they either hit or they don't.
I
It's
think
very
No
hit or
Way
miss.
Home hit because it was like the culmination of all the
Well,
Spider-Man
yeah,
movies coming
because it
together.
makes sense. Because it makes sense for those other two to show up in the multiverse. Like that's
Secret Wars to me wouldn't make any sense. It just feels like they're just doing it just to do it.
yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of possibility. I mean, when you bring in Hugh Jackman, you're bringing in the X-Men, like Deadpool. Like those are things that I'm looking forward to a lot.
We're gonna tie it into Deadpool 3 and Hugh Jackman coming back as
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah. And that's one of the films I'm looking forward to most, which I'm pretty sure it got booted back to November of next year, right? Correct?
Correct. I also hope they delay it more because from what I was reading with when they were originally filming it with the writer's strike, Ryan Reynolds couldn't really improvise anything because of the guidelines of the writer's strike. So I kind of hope they
Yeah.
reshoot most of those scenes so they can
Well,
let
I
Ryan
think
Reynolds kind of go more loose.
I think that's why they're doing. I think that's why they're pushing it back is so that they have more time to do reshoots and do marketing and post production because that stuff does matter. And some of these shows that luckily ended filming right before the whole shebang happened in April, i.e., Rings of Power season 2, is it's crazy.
Was reading apparently because there was a period of time when the AMT because originally when SAG went to them they were like, hey, we want to negotiate the new contract, and the AMTP was like, all right, give us 2 weeks, and then apparently they went to all the productions where like go through the production as fast as you can. So like Rings of Power and stuff that were near end of production, they were like sprinting to get them done. From that's what I was reading.
And I feel like that, and they're shooting for a fall 2024, which gives you almost a whole calendar year from when you started shooting.
Yeah, and then they also have time to do reshoots if they need to.
Yeah, and post production, like we're like Rings of Power is sitting really good. Char, have you finished it?
No, I have not. I have not.
I thought Rings started slow but finished strong.
So another thing that I've been really getting into is Magic the Gathering, because they have Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So you able to get Denethor, something Stone Seer or whatever. Here,
Who
let me pull up my
cares what he
screen so I
looks
can show you guys what I'm looking at with these Magic cards, just to give you like some like you have Arwen's Gift, like you have there's some really cool cards, and like there's like you have Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire.
Yeah,
There's
Gandalf
so
looks
many different
great.
ones. The
Oh
Dead
yeah,
Marshes.
it's just part of the. It's just part of the map.
Mhm.
Like so, that's just basically the map of Middle Earth with it.
Kind of. Oh, that's the One Ring. That's the One Ring card.
Yeah, that's that's the one that I was talking about. Yeah.
That thing is dope.
So it's just the reading.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just the reading, just the One Ring to move them all, One Ring to bind them, and then the darkness bind them. Yeah.
So this is the one that he gave me. It's a holographic Sauron the Dark Lord card. It is so cool. Some of these illustrations just blow me away.
I love how
So-
like the Tolkien portal around the characters too, and like all the writing.
Yeah,
around
the
it.
writing. Yeah. So Char, fun fact, Sauron in the books is not depicted as he is in the movies.
How
He's
so?
never an eye. His soul is like it's not able to take physical form, but it's able to. It's not the eye that you see in the movies all the time. That's
Okay.
actually a very well not known fact about that. No, because I could talk about Tolkien all day. I've been on a binge of it lately. I really can't
look at
wait
this
for
card right
Rings to
here.
come
Yeah,
back.
Aragorn and Arwen wed.
That's the one. That's the one that people were losing their goddamn minds about.
Yeah, they can shut their face.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah, they have scene cards that like are able to combine together.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it doesn't just like the card just doesn't stop. Yeah, the card actually just like it has the full scene. Where the writing is, like it doesn't just cut off into black. It's like it just blends in, and I really like that.
It's like an art piece and almost inside of a card.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dude,
It's
you know what
interesting.
I came across the other day at my Barnes and Noble? So there's a copy. There's like a really nice. It's got like blue on it. It's a really nice copy of the Silmarillion.
Yeah, it's the one that
It's
I have.
blue. It was like $200. Do you actually
Like the special editions for the Tolkien books just go hard.
So yeah, I think you're talking
It comes in like its own sleeve.
deluxe. Yeah, the deluxe one has like a really blue, but this is the book. I want to eventually own the hardcovers for all the trilogy, The Hobbit,
Would
and then I'll
you-
want to get one more Silmarillion copy.
Quick question, because obviously the more I get into Star Wars book collection, this is also kind of just book collecting in general. Would you
What?
buy Lord of the Rings as one book because it was written as one book, or would you buy them all independently and separately?
I don't know. It just kind of depends. I mean, if I had a deluxe edition, deluxe copy where it was all 3 books together. I mean, it's the one with the eye. That would be one that I like the illustrated books a lot more because I like pictures. Like
I'm
words are
surprised they
hard
haven't-
sometimes, man.
I'm surprised they haven't done an illustrated version for Star Wars books. Like some of the more popular canon books and some of the more popular legends books.
I don't know what that deal is, but
I think this is a
Yeah.
good point in the time to talk about Ahsoka, because we have waited a long
Yeah.
time to not only talk about it
Yeah.
but to vent, because we have a lot of
Yeah.
thoughts. Where do we start? Do you want to give like a summarization? Do you want to talk about what we
I
liked?
I
or
mean, we have
maybe
an
we
entire
disliked?
8-episode reaction series coming out. We don't
So-
really need a
We
summary.
do have
So-
reactions.
I can tell you it starts out like this. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Hey, don't quote Hu Yang.
Dude, I love Huang. Huang was like one of the bright spots, and it has a lot of bright spots. Like it has more things that I can say that I absolutely adored than I really have nitpicks about. I felt like overall it did a lot of things for the fandom. I think obviously there's the shit takes out there. We all know who they belong to. We all know their takes. So who really gives a fuck about that?
Also,
at
they
this
dominated
point?
the conversation because of strikes.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yep, we're back,
Um,
bitches.
So which episodes were your favorite? Because obviously it's either episode 5 or episode 6. There's no one way or the other.
I know where Luke's going. I know where I'm going.
It's 5.
5 is the
6.
one, the whole Anakin thing, and then 6 is Thrawn and Ezra. It's either one of those
No,
two
it's
episodes.
5. Come on, guys.
Episode 5, dude, it was a dream come true. to say it lightly.
I mean, obviously, what we're talking about 5 and 6. To me, if 6 is the payoff to Rebels fans, 5 is the payoff to Clone Wars fans.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
5 and 6
absolutely.
combined are like the episodes being like, if you watch the animated shows, these 2 episodes are for you specifically.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like the way Hayden like absolutely demolished that role.
Killed it. It's like he never left Obi-Wan.
And it was so nice for him to kind of get into the Matt Lanter mindset, not only mindset, but mannerisms, which really are just mannerisms of him. So it's just like, it's the struggle and like to see Ahsoka, because at that point, Ahsoka's like, oh, well, what the fuck am I doing? And Anakin shows her that, yes, you are a warrior, but you need to choose. You make your own decision with your life and your destiny. You are in control of this. I am no longer here to help you. This is your final test. Like, you are now truly on your own. And I find that so fascinating and so well written for those two characters that have gone through a lot together.
Let me tell you, you know how hard it was with the strikes going on, seeing live action Rex on the screen and not being able to talk about it?
I
That
know.
hurt.
And the way Tem sounded.
Yes, and I want to shout out Codename Fulcrum. I know that you posted about it, and I'm in the same field as you about not being able to talk about Rex during the Rex.
No, not even just Codename Fulcrum. Danielle, written in Star
yeah.
Wars, wrote like a 4-paragraph Instagram post. Was like, here are my Rex thoughts. I've been literally sitting on this for like 4 months. I need to post this now. Like the second the strike was over, she uploaded it immediately, and it was amazing.
Let me tell you, the amount of artworks that have been drawn for Darkside Anakin with a red saber, because we only got blue. It was so cool to see him have a red
Takes
saber.
me back to the alternate Revenge of the Sith cutscene.
Or when you're playing multiplayer, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because if you pick Anakin, you just get regular Anakin. But if you pick him again, hood up red saber, so it's different.
Yeah,
and it was
awesome.
just like that. Yeah, well, I mean, what really caught me off guard was people's opinions on Thrawn, because Thrawn, they expected
good
Thrawn
God.
to be this menace, which, I mean, he is, but obviously this is not going to be the last time we see him. This is just the tip of the iceberg, is what's going to happen within the Manoverse movie, because we know whatever Thrawn's doing right now, it's going to affect the entire galaxy.
Oh, absolutely.
Even he tells Sabine too, like, you gambled the fate of your galaxy on that belief of that before she found Ezra. The reason why, that Morgan and them got there was because of Sabine. Because Sabine's like, all right, Ezra, there's a chance Ezra's there. And Thrawn knows that this is going to affect everything. And he tells her right to her face, like, your galaxy is going to get messed up because of your decision.
And it's your fault because you put your own selfishness in front of the needs of the galaxy. Which, by the way, people going after fucking Sabine. Like,
I don't
dude,
understand it.
that's so in character for her to do that.
That's the thing that really confused me, because my oldest sister, she watched Ahsoka. I already talked about this with you guys, about how she didn't like Sabine and how she's not a good fighter and how she's this, and that. I'm like, and then she's also the same person that's never seen Rebels, so she has no foundation of what the character really is and what they stand for and what they've gone through, because this is obviously post Night of a Thousand Tears.
Yeah, which we finally got an answer to, because we all thought that it was like right after Rebels season 4.
I thought it was between 4 and 5 for the longest time. I thought it was between that 3-year gap and A New Hope and Empire.
Dude,
but obviously now it's after episode 6.
And here's the issue, like with the timeline book, like can't put
early.
that in there. But I don't know. Ahsoka was really, really nice. Now I'm just looking forward to kind of getting back into phase 3 of the High Republic.
That looks
like that's
amazing.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. So that'll be the next thing that
I wonder when we'll get the Skeleton Crew release date, because we know the show.
Yeah, I know. It's done. It's in post, so maybe they put it back in December.
I would say January would probably make more sense because you can give
Yeah.
Echo time to breathe.
Yeah, I think the releasing it all at once thing is going to be interesting for that show.
Okay, I don't know why Marvel has no confidence in that show. That trailer looked great. The
It
writers
looks
on
really
the show,
good. Daredevil's going to be in it.
and the writers on the show worked on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Why is it only 5 episodes? Like what are you doing, Marvel?
Maybe they're getting more responsibilities and stuff after this. Who knows?
Like, yes, we had is it Kari in Eternals?
Yes, I think so. I don't remember that movie. That was like a fever dream. Not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying Eternals is bad. I actually really enjoyed it.
Luke, I just imagine you eating an edible and going in to see Eternals, and you just sit down, and you're just like, what is this movie?
No, that was me at Solo.
Premiere
Solo.
You had an edible versus Solo?
Yeah. Yeah, me and my cousin popped an edible before Solo. I remember a little bit of the beginning. I want to say like 4 or 5 minutes into the movie, and then I woke up to like Kessel Run. Like, so you know how jarring that is. Like Han Solo being in the mud and then passing out and then finding out, oh fuck, we're already to Kessel. Ooh, like, and him doing the Kessel Run. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now?
Sounds amazing.
I would highly recommend going to a Star Wars movie high as fuck. Like, that is so much fun.
I mean, I feel like Solo is the movie you want to go high with. If any of the 12 Star Wars movies you're going to go high with, Solo is the number 1 pick.
I mean, honestly, if I was in that situation, I'd want to see Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith high? Bro.
I might have an aneurysm with how much is going on.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Like, imagine you're watching Revenge of the Sith high, and then you're like, oh, opening crawl's done. And then you see the ships, and then you see Anakin and Obi-Wan together. And then they go down in the war, like, holy shit, what's going on right now? There's like 1,000 ships.
No.
If you're doing Revenge of the Sith high, would you do the Revenge of the Sith by itself, or would you do the fan edit with Teach Mandalore inside?
Just
Revenge of the Sith.
Because you see the ships, you see the battle over Coruscant right from the get-go. Be like, oh god,
whoa,
what is happening right now?
I mean, you just pass out and you wake up to Order 66.
Yeah. Why is everyone dying?
No, Kiadi Mundi died. Screw that guy.
Like, oh yeah, Candy Moody's dead. Oh, everyone else is.
If you just pass out and you wake up at the battle at the end.
Yeah, that would be a fun movie to watch. I mean, even Attack of the Clones too.
Oh, Attack of the Clones actually may be an underrated pick.
The chase between Sam Wessel and Anakin Obi-Wan. Oh my god.
Well, her like changing, like no, just her like just changing, like showing like her actual face and then back to a woman. Oh god.
Which, hey, what is Sam Wessel's species?
A changeling.
No, a Claudite.
No, it's a changeling.
Char, we're not doing this again. Not this shit again.
Char, this is the problem with your stupid ass trivia. You asked the question, and it's changeling because that is what is said in the movie.
Okay, well, I mean, it all depends on what it is because a Claudite. Obviously, the species aren't named. Okay, then what's Snaggletooth species? Enlighten me.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
You don't know Snaggletooth? It's a Snivian, but it's not said in the movies.
Also, the hard question of like Ewok is never said in Return of the Jedi. It's in the credits, like stuff like that. Like, where do you... I mean, I get the changeling thing because there's a multiple answer.
But there's a concrete one, and then there's like a different variation of it. Like... Anyway, trivia coming soon. Stay tuned. Don't worry about it.
I was doing it like when the strikes were over and like everything the floodgates started open. I feel like, I don't know, like I've hit my better version of myself post strikes. Like I feel like I've hit like my best evolution.
Hereths like getting better editing. Trivia comes back. This is gonna be a piece of cake. Trivia incorrect.
Oh my
incorrect.
God. Yeah, absolutely. Like sometimes you just gotta take that time off, recharge the batteries, kind of figure out what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Incorrect. You gotta keep going.
You gotta burn yourself out until you don't want to even do content anymore.
No, fuck that. Because
incorrect.
It's pretty bad. It's like that whole thing. Oh, it's been a much needed break, but we're back. We're back, baby. We're back.
We're back. So back. We're so back.
I can't wait for like one of the fans to click into the video and be like, I can't wait for them to talk about like Kanan's death and like Rebels and stuff, and they click in, they're like, what the hell? Why are they talking about anime?
No, yeah, no, absolutely not. That's dead. Rebels is over. It ceases to exist. We left it. Kanan's alive. Believe it or not, he's not dead.
What? Kanan's alive? No!
Ew! What the fuck?
What the fuck?
The fact that me and Char have basically the same haircut. Char looks like he's like trying to be Morgan Wallen or some shit. You know what I mean?
Fuck you.
Get some gains, bro. Get some gains.
I've been pretty consistent, I'd say.
I'm taking them roids, bitch.
I'm on roids.
Dude,
I'm
what
not
the
on gear.
fuck?
Not on trend.
Yeah, you are. You totally are, bro.
I'm not on Anadrol. No.
I bet
I'm
your
not.
one testicle is smaller than the other, isn't it?
do you guys know? Do you guys ever heard of Rich Piana?
Yes.
Rich Piana.
Yes.
The meme was like, "Oh yeah, Mom, can I bring my friend to brunch? She's really cool." And then just Rich Piana's going like, "Well, do steroids make your balls smaller?" The answer is yes. But let me ask you this: is that a bad thing? I mean, if the balls are smaller, it makes it bigger. So I mean, who's really winning here?
Oh my god.
My God.
Anyway,
But no, I'm not on roids. But Jesus Christ. Peak check.
What?
Peak check. Oh,
Char has just
What?
entered his masculinity era. It's like he's like evolved.
He was a Charmander. Now he's a Charizard.
I will save this, I guess.
What? No. What's the question you were gonna ask?
Oh, I was just gonna talk about Bad Batch because we all have different opinions on that. And
Bad Batch? I think it's okay.
I've been wanting to say this forever. I've been thinking about this since season 1. I feel like the showrunners know what the beginning is, they know what the middle is, they know what the end is, but they don't know what the episodes to get between to each point. Like it feels like the beginning, middle, and end feels super strong, and everything in between that just feels like super weak.
no, my opinion still stands on the Bad Batch season 2. Season 1 was all right. Season 2 I did not like.
Wow. Where would you rank it?
Just season 2,
Where'd you rank it?
I
Yes.
probably the bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
Boba Fett's sitting right there, man.
Okay. At least Boba Fett had some nuance. We finally see someone outside of the bounty hunter and the killer that we see in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. We see him as a
Also-
leader. We see him try to get out of his dad's shadow.
About
which is what
time
the whole...
about time they gave him some fucking character development.
Yeah,
'cause
they did give him some
let
character
me tell ya.
development because this whole time we see him as this visceral bounty hunter murderer, but then we see him as a leader. We see him try to escape the shadow of his father because that was what we all see. That was the whole point of the first few episodes, was him trying to replicate what his dad was, but now he's his own person.
Char, this is why I get you going. I love this.
For Bad Batch season 2, Crosshair, Hereth, literally, I remember like ranting to you guys about this. I literally was on the verge of just exploding. The fact that Crosshair was out of the show for like 8 episodes in a row. We saw him once in episode 3 when he was with Cody, and then that was it. And then we go we go to the Zilla Beast one. We go to see like the Fijinoa, like the big Mecha Beast episode. We get to what's the island called? I'm forgetting it. Pabu. That's what it's called. Yeah, the whole Pabu episode.
I thought Pabu was good. It was
cool, but like the show was called The Bad Batch for a reason. Like Crosshair is still a member of the Bad Batch, and he's seen so few times. That was what. And then we had the whole fiasco with Disney Plus with the whole.
Oh
dude
yeah.
falling
the show constantly
cage.
restarting. I'm gonna kill you again.
Yeah, that was a nightmare
Which
and a half.
that
dude.
whole arc, I hated that. No, that was my final straw. That was the last break that I had before I exploded.
I was gonna say, like, I've always said that if Clone Wars or Rebels is a continuation of Clone Wars for the Jedi aspect of Clone Wars, of like the Force and mysticism of that, and like Bad Batch to me is the continuation of Clone Wars, but for the clone story.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
all
that's
the-
kind of
all the
the whole
wrap
point.
up with that.
Yeah.
I love the Bad Batch. Like the group
Yeah.
itself, amazing. When they were introduced in Clone Wars season 7 and the first season, they were so fun to watch. But season 2 just felt like a drag. It really did.
I've
Yeah.
always said that the Bad Batch to me feels like a really bad Star Wars D&D game. And like Hunter
Yeah.
and Crosshair were not at the table for the majority of the session. So the DM was just trying to scramble. They're like, we're just gonna make Tech the main character. We're gonna give some more attention to Echo
Yeah.
finally.
Which
and like
tech staff
Omega.
hit me. That was sad.
Yeah.
But honestly, if dude, If they don't get season 3 correctly, dude, they may have to fire Kathleen Kennedy. I'm just saying.
Oh my
I
god.
might have to just take her out. It's nothing personal, even though it's literally just my own opinion.
Well, this is how we end the podcast. We've become one of those dude bros.
Anyway, I think that's a good stopping point for today.
I think that is too. Any closing thoughts you want to talk about before we go? Except listening to me hate on Bad Batch season 2.
Avatar: The Last Airbender looks fucking great, by the way. It looks
does.
really, really good. Comes out February 22nd.
I had a thought in my head and it just dissipated out of nowhere. Hold on. Oh, it was seeing all the tribe symbols. I'm like, there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
that
no
I love
war
I
in
love I
Ba
love
Sing Se.
I love the there's no war in Ba Sing Se, but I also love the there's no Avatar movie in Ba Sing Se memes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 things I require for me to watch this movie. A,
It's not a movie, it's a show.
The show.
yeah, it's a show. There's only 2 things I require. 1, the cabbage guy must be in it. Cabbage guy must be in
My
it.
cabbages!
B, and then 2, we need the boulder does not allow this to be.
That's one of the
Boulder.
best interactions in the whole show, which won't happen until season 2, but it's still one of my favorite moments in entire Avatar.
Wait, so the person that we saw in there was that Fire Lord Ozai?
Yeah.
Was that Ozai? Okay.
Dude, yeah, they're all they all are well cast. That's a perfect, in my opinion, perfect cast. They all look like their characters. None of them are whitewashed.
Now, who's playing Uncle Iroh?
That is
Carson Teva.
yeah, from
Oh, is it
Mandalorian.
Paul Seung-Yun Lee?
Yeah.
I thought it was him.
No, but Luke, you've heard my thoughts on Avatar before the trailer came out. I was very adamant on the
You
show
were
not being,
poo-pooing
in the
on
show.
it. You were
Because
poo-pooing
okay,
it.
I was worried about the show because it's what happened with the original Avatar movie too, is because they left the production halfway through and said, "Screw this, we're out." And I was like, "Oh no, are we getting this again?" And I was also in the adamant camp of like, the trailer looks great, but I was still I'm not on the camp anymore, but I was in the camp of Avatar really fit the medium of animation that it kind of feels weird to take it out of it. And the trailer has kind of piqued my curiosity. Now I'm kind of more open to it. But that was kind of just my general thoughts before the trailer. I was
I
just kind of
loved
worried
it.
about
It
the
looks
show.
really good. It looks really, really good. And that's all I really got to say about it. Like, they did a really good job with One Piece. So I'm really, really excited to see what they do with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, because it's a franchise that is beloved and it's very nostalgic. So,
And one of the greatest animated shows of all time.
yeah, Dave Filoni started the first episode, directed the first episode.
That's literally how we came into Star Wars, was because of Nickelodeon.
All right, guys. That's a good stopping point. Hereth, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
God, it's been forever since you've asked me that, Luke. You could find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok, Hereth_edits on Twitter, and Hereth Productions on Instagram.
Char J, where can the good people follow you on the social media?
Good people, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Char J, as spelled right here. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones Podcast. Check us out on Thursdays at 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, as we ramble on about a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah. You can follow me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming content, whether it be trivia, this, or anything in the future.
There you go. Thank you. And with that, may the Force be with you.
Always.